Hey, what's up, bro? So in this video, we are going to look at the content business model. We're going to look at the definition, at the purpose, and basically the whole idea here is to understand what it is and how we can take advantage of it, how we can start, grow, and then eventually exit the business for a big payoff. Okay, so there's a lot of misinformation out there about what it is. So I wanted to make it super clear and just lay it all out there. I did my research. I created this Figma board here that I want to take you through. And yeah, let's learn together. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is the definition, right? So the definition of the content business model is creating, distributing, and monetizing content, okay? Now, what I want you to remember is that attention is money, okay? Attention is the new gold. You already know this, right? That's why you are watching this video. But the whole idea is to create content first, right? Then we have distribution channels of that content. And then we are going to have different ways to monetize that content, okay? Now, I'm going to go through each one of these in depth just in a second, okay? So, what is the definition of a content business? It's to create, distribute, and monetize content, okay? Clear. Next, what is the purpose of a content business model? Well, it's to first and foremost attract and engage an audience. Okay, that's what everything boils down to. Okay, we want to attract an audience with our content, and once we have an audience, we can then monetize that audience through different means. It can be ads, it can be subscriptions, it can be products, and it can be affiliates, okay? In a second, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to show you examples of all of these, right? Ads, subscription, products, and affiliates, because I myself do all of them, right? So I'm just gonna show you like a real life example, right? But the purpose is to attract and engage an audience and then monetize that audience through ad, subscription, products, or affiliates, okay? Clear so far? Great. Next, we have different content types, all right? So when it comes to creating content, you might be thinking, all right, well, what kind of content can I create, right? Because, you know, someone who is doing videos, right, they might say, oh, you just got to do videos, right? That's my bias, right? I didn't know of any other content types basically before I did this research. So the different content types that are out there are, of course, videos, right? That's the first one. So how-to guides, product reviews, and tutorials. This is basically what I specialize in, right? I do this right here. And I do also podcasts. And pretty much it. And now I'm also getting into email newsletter, right? Because I'm gonna explain to you in a second why an email list is basically also super valuable, right? So we got video, that's number one as a content type. We got blogs, okay? So those like, you know, articles you can read on the internet. But like this one, to be honest, I probably wouldn't recommend at this point because we have AI and I feel like over time blogs are gonna die out. I think video is going to just be there, right? And of course, yes, AI can also make videos over time, but I think the engagement that, you know, you and I form through the internet, right? You are on the one end of the screen, I'm on the other end of the screen, but I'm still able to teach, right, and show you this information. So this relationship is super valuable, right? You won't be able to form this relationship with a robot, right, with a computer model. Okay, infographics. So data visualization, process diagrams, and comparisons, right? So that's when you make, you know, these infographics, and then you can monetize them as well. I've never done infographics, so I can't comment much. And then we have social media posts, okay? So these are like inspirational quotes, theme pages on Instagram, right? You've probably heard about that. Behind the scenes polls or questions. We have podcasts, right? So I have a podcast called the YouTube Business Academy. And there we do interview shows, educational series, right? Storytelling. So we do these podcasts, right? And it's great. I mean, the people who sit down to listen to you for 30, 40, 60 minutes, they are super engaged and they basically know you at this point, right? If they sat down to listen to you for 10 hours, right? And then you say, hey, by the way, I have an offering. I'm going to be mentoring, a couple of people. Apply. A lot of people are going to apply, right? That's from my experience. And then we have email newsletter. Email newsletter is important, right? Because there are different types of traffic. I'm going to get to that in a second. And an email list is basically your asset, right? If you have an email list of engaged people in your vertical or in your niche, that's super valuable because you can just, send them emails, send them reminders, promotions, or whatever, valuable stuff, right? And every email, since you already own the list, right, sending out an email is very cheap, right? But you can make a lot of money back, right? But of course, getting email costs money as well. So these are the different content types in a nutshell. Next, frequency and quality. Okay, so when it comes to the content business model, frequency and quality is important, right? So frequency and quality. So high quality, engaging content that adds value to the audience. Okay, that's basically the fundamental of it. And then of course it needs to be regular content publishing schedule. Okay, so regularly publishing high quality, engaging content that adds value to the viewer, to the audience. That's basically the fundamental of the content business model, right? Your product, what you're creating, is the content, and because people find it valuable, right? They give you their attention, and as we learned at definition stage, attention is money. Okay? So it all comes down to adding value to the audience regularly. All right? Great. Next, distribution channels. So when you create content, the next question you need to ask yourself is, all right, well, how am I going to distribute this content, right? So distributing basically means, putting it out there so other people can actually see it. Because if it just sits on your computer, right, no one is going to be able to watch it. So there are different distribution channels. Now here is something that is interesting, right? So there is owned right here. There is earned. And then there is paid. So what does this mean? This basically means that owned is the traffic that you own. Okay, so this can be a website, right? This can be an email list, and these can be social media profiles, right? So your social media profile has followers, right? People watch your stories. Again, that's attention or whatever. That's an owned asset, right? Owned traffic. Then we got an email list. As I said again, this is super important, and a website, right? So we got these. Next, earned. So this is where I specialize. I specialize in SEO. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. That basically means that people search for things online all the time, right? And they're searching for content, right? And there are people out there like myself who create this content, right? Put it out there on the internet, and people like you searching, right? Click, watch, and then that's the exchange of value. You get the value from my content, and I, in exchange, monetize that content, like we've talked earlier, through ads, affiliate links, sponsorships, etc. Right? So that's where the transaction, the exchange happens. Makes sense so far? Cool. Next, we got social shares. So let's say you post something, and then an influencer reposts it, right, or anything like that. That is also valuable, right? And of course, influencer mentions, same thing. So you earn this traffic, right? You build it up over time and you earn it. This one is you own, so you've earned traffic, then you've collected their emails, right? And then now you own these emails, right? You have them. And then of course it's paid. So paid is pay to win, right? So paid ads, sponsored posts, basically means that you can pay and you can get exposure for your stuff, right? So let's say that you're starting an online business and you would like to buy traffic to your store, for example, right? You can buy it on many different platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Google Ads, etc., right? So you can also get traffic or exposure or attention by paying money, right? Because other platforms, the big ones, they own, right, this attention and they sell it basically for money. All right, next up, let's talk about the different monetization strategies, okay? So as I said earlier, there are different monetization strategies. So there are ads, there are subscriptions, there are products, and there is affiliate marketing. Okay, I use all four of these, and I'm gonna show you now just in a second. But basically, ads. Okay, let's think about YouTube videos for a second. You see an ad before a video starts playing, right? That's the creator monetizing that content with ads. Okay, display ads, sponsorships. Okay, also if you go on a website, on a blog or whatever, and you see those like banners and stuff, that's an ad as well. So next we have subscriptions, right? Subscriptions, think of them as like, paid memberships, for example. Someone does a yoga community where you can pay, $20 a month, and then you get more content basically for the subscription, right? And there are different ways. Someone is asking, hey, support me on Patreon. Someone might have a school community, etc., right? So these are the subscriptions. You get them to pay you once, but then they get billed on a monthly basis, right? Then we got products. They are divided into either physical products or digital products, okay? So physical products is e-commerce, right? You're selling something, whatever it is, and then you ship it to the customer. Digital products is, of course, digital, right? So it can be a course, it can be, a PDF or whatever it is, right? Some kind of a product that you make once and then you sell it, but it's in a digital format. A course, an online course, is the most simple example of that. And lastly, we got affiliate marketing, right? So affiliate marketing is one of my favorite ways to monetize content, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to deliver any products. You don't have to do any customer service, nothing. You just literally send traffic to an affiliate partner, right? To an existing business. They convert, they do all of the work on their behalf, and they give you a commission for sending traffic their way, right? And commissions vary. It depends on who you work with. Some of the commissions I get are like $100, $120, $150, sometimes even $175 for one sale, right? So promoting other people's products is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to do affiliate marketing. But you might be asking, all right, well, which one is the best? Right? Great question. Well, I use all of them. Let me show you. So first off, ads. You can see right here that one of my YouTube channels, this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, has made 835 euros in the past 7 days. Okay. And you can see that this video made 30, this video made 30, 30, 20, 15, etc. So as you can see in the past 6 days, because this last day is not counting, my channel made 835 euros from all of the videos that I have uploaded beforehand, right? So it's called a backlog of videos. I made them, a year ago, 2 years ago, and now they are making me money because those are evergreen searchable videos, okay? So this is the power of content. Next, like I mentioned, I do affiliate marketing, right? So you can see right here, I have 150 euro dollar commission, 150, 100. There are also some small ones, and this is just the recent ones, right? So this is just, on the 12th, on the 8th, on the 7th, on the 5th, on the 3rd. And of course, this is only like one affiliate platform. So I got like 4 of them. So yeah, and as you can see on this particular one, I made 4,000, I actually want to do it in green. I made $4,000 in June, okay? Now it dropped a little bit to 1.8. Before that was 1.8 as well, but you can see that I started in about June of last year. So in 1 year, I got affiliate marketing to about, maybe let's say $2,000-$3,000 on average with a high of 4,000. But my goal is, of course, to grow it. Next is subscription. So subscriptions this is a community I have with my business partner, Ron. So it's called the YouTube Business Academy. You can join it for $97 a month, right? We got 39 members. And yeah, this is just an example of a subscription business model. And then we have a product inside the community, which you can buy. This one costs $997, right? And it's basically a course on how to do YouTube evergreen searchable content, right? They call it YouTube automation, YouTube cash cow, whatever it is. Basically setting up a branded channel, automating the process, automating the creation process and all that, and outsourcing everything, right? So yeah, we sell this, and people who join the community, they also buy this. Next, we got some bonus tips for you, right? So the bonus tips is authority and trust, right? So this is super important when it comes to, content business model. One of the most overlooked things is authority and trust. Okay, so if you think tech on YouTube, you think MKBHD. If you think entertainment, you think Mr. Beast. If you think, I can't come up with any examples right now, right? But you get the point. So you need to become a go-to source in your niche. That's authority. And you need to build a loyal audience. Okay? These two things are the most important when it comes to building a brand, right? Because like we remember earlier, the purpose is to attract and engage an audience and then monetize it, right? So that's important, okay? So how do you build authority and how do you build trust? Well, you choose a niche, okay? And by the way, there are going to be more videos in this series talking about more specifically about how to choose your niche, right? We'll go through different exercises on how to combine your passion and market demand. But the idea is that, you choose a niche that aligns with your passions and the market where it is, right? Then you start creating content around it, right? You can create a YouTube channel, you can create a website, you can start collecting emails, and then you just create content in that one specific vertical, one specific niche. And then, right, over time, just because you're making content, just because you're sharing, you automatically become authoritative in that space, right? And then if you do everything right and you don't kind of betray the people, right, and you keep your reputation solid, which is of course the most important thing, then you are going to build trust, and people are going to be like, you know what, when I think about X, I go to you, right? So that's the whole idea. But don't worry, in this playlist that I'm going to make, we're gonna go through different exercises on how to build a brand and all this, right? This is just the introductory lesson to the content business model to have an overview of it, right? Next is the exit strategy, right? So the idea of the content business model, right, is to of course build a business that generates passive income while you sleep, right? Because content is leverage. There are two types of leverage. There is code and media, like Naval Ravikant says. So you can either create code that's going to be working for you while you sleep, or you can create content, which is what we're talking about here, right? So when you eventually build a business, right, and let's say you have X amount of traffic, right, and your business is generating, let's say your business is generating $10,000 dollars per month. Okay? Now, in a year, that's about 120,000, right? Let's say that your profit margin with the content business, you're operating super lean, right? And your content business has a profit margin of, let's say, 60%, right? That's a fair margin. So then the 60% of 120 comes out to 72K, right? 72,000. 10 is 12 times 6, 72K. So this is how much profit your business is generating per year, right? So then the idea is that you can either keep the business as passive income, right? Just maintain it. You can merge with a bigger company who are going to just kind of consume you, or you can sell out, right? Exit strategy for a 20 to 30x multiple. Now, this is, of course, in months, right? So this is in months. So if your business is making $6,000 per month, and then we multiply it by 20, that's going to be about $120,000. And by 30 is going to be about 180,000, right? So if your business generates $72,000 profit per year, you can sell your business anywhere from $120,000 to $180,000 as an exit. Okay. Of course, if you're generating more. There is a lot more to it. For example, this is just a rough approximation. How many streams of income you have. Are you relying on only one stream of income? Or you have multiple? What kind of content you're creating? So there are many different things, right? But this is the overview. So this business, you can start, grow, and then sell for a profit, right? And then, of course, if you need help, or if you would like me to help you with, starting a content business or with your existing content business, feel free to book a call with me. There's going to be a link in the description of this video, and I might be able to help you. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if this has helped, if this explains the content business to you, right? I try to make it super clear. I spent about 2 days putting this all together, researching and all this, just so I myself can understand more clear. And I also wanted to help you to better understand what is the content business, because there's so much misinformation out there. There's so much BS that is just like, okay, what are we really doing here, right? So this is the fundamentals, the basics, right? You can also watch this video right here this is going to be a playlist, right, with 10 videos basically going step by step on how to start and grow a content business, okay? So click here and watch it. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.